get the timer going, and we'll go with the timer in the corner. 3, 2, 1, and go. It's based on, I think it's House of the Dead 2, which is a light gun game. Obviously, instead of using a light gun to point and shoot at the screen, we instead use the keyboard, typing the words on the screen to take out the zombies. As you move on through the game, trying to investigate what happened and take out the mastermind behind the whole thing, and your generic, insert generic zombie plot here. It is a rail shooter, kind of the way that Star Fox is a rail shooter. But your speed, the way that you progress through the levels, there are different rails you could take. Like right here, if I didn't save that poor woman there, the game would put me on a completely different track that takes a much longer path through the level. So in terms of a speedrun, that is definitely not ideal whatsoever. Some of the citizens like that guy though, I'm just gonna let him go. He doesn't affect which way I go, how long my level takes. All he's gonna do when I save him is get up and take quite a bit amount of time, thanking me for saving his life and so on and so forth. And I just ain't got time to hear all that. The other way you can save a little bit of time going through is on these missions here. I have to defeat 10 zombies in 30 seconds. I can either fight those 10 zombies, and if your typing speed is exceptionally high, you might be able to get that done faster, but generally speaking, if you're a mere mortal, it's better to just take the damage to bypass the rest of the mission and keep on going. So there are lots of instances of taking intentional damage in this speedrun. But like that person too, I could have saved her very, very easily, but it's much faster just to let her die. It's very unfortunate that speedrunners are coming to save the world this time instead of normal people. There will be many, many victims sacrificed in the name of frames. First boss is Carl. He's not too difficult at all. I have to type the phrase before he walks up to me and hits me with that big old axe. He had plenty of time to do it. Oh lord, there we go. And when we beat the first phase, the little guy behind him, whose name I can't remember, he'll start flying at me, and you have a little bit less time to type those words. But generally speaking, they're shorter. Sometimes it can really throw you a curveball. And after this boss, I can show off the one strategy I've contributed to any speedrun ever. You know, the MyOhMyke strategy. You reset between levels. It lets you skip I gotta get this word in. Hang on a second. It lets you skip cutscenes. It refreshes the number of credits you have. And I'm on free play. I forgot to turn that off. That's okay though. We're just gonna play on free play and pretend that's not there. But it resets your credits. It resets your lives. It lets you skip cutscenes. It's great. It saves a whole bunch of time. And everybody else who's ever won this game absolutely hates me for starting to do that. But that was me. I'm the first one who did that. I can take claim of that highly unpopular strategy. It's fine by me. But the game has hidden behind it. This is one bit of RNG. I got okay-ish RNG. Sometimes it can get a zombie to spawn in this mission who runs up and he's very, very ambitious and excited, and he'll just run up at you full speed and knock you on the head. And that gets you through there a lot faster than the guy who bursts out of the side there and kind of thinks about what he's doing first. But the other thing that resetting between... Oh, I wanted to take that damage. And I picked up an extra life I didn't want. That's alright. The other thing that resetting between levels does is it resets a hidden difficulty meter running in the background of the game. If I type words accurately, set up combos, things like that, the game gradually gets more and more difficult. It'll start giving me longer phrases, it'll give me more punctuation to deal with, things like that. And especially for the boss at the end of this level, I really want to have the game be as easy as possible. I mean, obviously, if it just stayed at the easiest it could possibly be for the entire game, that would be great too. But if I'm going to reset my difficulty at any point and intentionally take damage, it's going to be for the boss at the end of this level. Sorry, dude. Upon alerts, there is one person we're actually going to save her. Because look, we save her, and she just lets us go on our way. She doesn't hold us up. It's great. What in the world? What in the world are these words today? I get Achu more often than I think I should, and it's just tougher to type than you think because you can't just hold down the key and let it type in, you know, let it repeatedly type in the key. Kind of gotta mash one key specifically on your keyboard. But I've never seen, I think, what was it, ICUC, no C, true C, whatever that was, I have not seen that one before. I have to take a little bit of damage here. There we go. This guy, right after this cutscene I'm skipping, I'm gonna let him hit me too and take some intentional damage. When you insert a credit though, it usually clears out at least one of the words on the screen for you, which is nice. But it also, again, it resets that difficulty rating for this boss fight, which is going to be a lot of help. Because you can only type when his chest is open. So if the phrases are small enough, you can get everything in one cycle. I'm not gonna get this one in. Oh. So if you come in here with a higher difficulty rank and you're getting longer phrases, sometimes it can be so long, it really doesn't matter how fast you type, you're going to have to take an extra cycle or two to get the word down. Now, Chapter 3 has, it also has a very big branch pretty close to the beginning that changes how long this level is going to be. There's only a few times where I have to actually save somebody to save time. To save a big amount of time. Normally you're not taking the secret passageways and things like that, but the secret passageway is a huge shortcut in this particular chapter. It also affects which path you take through the next level. So I'm actually not going to be resetting between chapters after this level. We're just going to go right on to level 4. Oh, cool. Did get a tranquilizer there. I'm not gonna be able to get a... I'm not gonna be able to quickly reset my difficulty between here and the boss, but I'm also gonna take damage here for this mission. Oh, come on.
Don't kill me.
The boss up ahead is called Tower. He's not at all a Hydra. You might think he's a Hydra. He may have 3 heads, but he's not a Hydra. His name is Tower. And it's a multiple choice quiz. That's really more of a reading comprehension quiz, because up to this point again, it's just C word, type word, hit word. But you have to be careful you choose the right answer here. Just the mode of transport. And the questions seem easy. Which would you tell your dog? Fetch. But they'll throw in some tricky answers sometimes, so it'll help ease a cold. Soup. It's cooked. They make people like share, eat them. Yeah, that'll work.
I'll get you.
Notice that nerd was not an acceptable answer for that question. Thanks a lot. That's a lot for my self-esteem. But some of those questions can be really tricky. The one that tends to trip me up the most is it tells you to type the 4-letter or... No, I think it tells you to type the 5. But 5 is not a 4-letter word, and you'll end up just taking damage and not doing any damage to the boss. It asks questions about dinosaurs that once cost me a world record run because I hadn't heard of any of the options, so I picked Meatosaurus, not realizing it was actually supposed to be said Metosaurus, which definitely isn't a dinosaur, but it didn't register Metosaurus in my head, so I was like, a Meatosaurus? That sounds like a real dinosaur. But it wasn't, and that was the end of that world record run at the time. The NPC I need to save next also controls a branch on the rail system. Oh, man, that is twice I've missed that. That's twice I missed saving that guy with an audience. Unfortunately, so we're gonna take the slightly longer path through here. Oh, SSS. See, it's got the UK spelling for a lot of words. There are a lot of extra U's that aren't in American English dictionary per se. And it's a direct port of the Dreamcast version, which I think was also released by a UK company, or the UK branch of Sega. I do know that the default option is the UK keyboard, which is what I'm basing all of that conjecture on. But even if I switch it to the US keyboard, it gives me the UK spelling.
Is this the Colosseum?
This is one of my favorite boss fights in this game. I think his name is Strength. I'm just seeing this thing. Yeah, Strength. This is a lot of fun. Thank you for purchasing this product. It has been manufactured and packaged with the utmost care. It is possible that it won't work at all. Oh well. Brush your teeth, wash your hands, do your homework, go to school. Man, just tell me how to live my life here. Find a job, aren't you married yet? Will my mom leave me alone? Man, this section is famous for its puns. It's just not giving me any puns whatsoever. Surgically enhanced is very sexy. That's without the nose he used to have. There we go.
Hi, may I interrupt?
Yes.
Alright, we have a quick donation here. We got $100 from Splody Baloney,
Oh,
who says 25 to Outlast Incentive, 25 to Air Control, 25 to Legend of Zelda Reverse Boss Order, and 25 to the pink car in RTA. Thank you very much, Splody. It's very much appreciated.
that's a big donation. Oh, I
And
got
that's-
a recent YouTube chapter. That's alright.
And that sets the current total to $261.
Notice that some of the zombies in this chapter, after I beat them, they're going to more or less literally throw their heart at me. And it's best time-wise if I take those guys out first and just take the damage or just shoot them out of the air. Because it takes them a while to charge that ability, if you will. They gotta wind up before they throw that pitch. Like, I did these guys backwards, so I had to wait for the heart to come out. And the genre dictionary I picked up there is RNG. It's usually a genre dictionary, which is really nice because you can see all the words are names of cities. I can kind of predict what might be coming up next, and they're all very short, one-word phrases. If you don't get a genre dictionary in that section, basically every zombie comes out with like a full, complete sentence that you have to type, and it makes a big difference in the time it takes you to get through the first part of this level. Yeah, now we're doing boss revisits. Carl's still not that scary. But he is getting closer to me than he was in the first go-round. Actually, taking damage would not be the worst thing in the world. Because the scary fish dude is the next one on the list. I think we can take a hit here. Just to save time on the next section. I can take 2 hits pretty quickly on this next little ride in the car. Oop. I think I need that guy to hit me, actually. Is there one more? There is one more. That's alright. Good.
Too bad. You're better off that way.
At least just one more boss for this level of the game.
Let's go.
Room crash. Wow, there we go. There we go.
So this is Goldman's headquarters.
The first section for this boss fight is the one time in this game that you'll take you'll take damage on a typo. If I typo even one letter in the phrase, I'm just going to immediately take damage. Oh, I must have missed my shift key. Oh. Lord have mercy. There we go. Now if a question mark comes up, I believe at some point when they were porting this game from Dreamcast to PC, the only thing I can think of is that when they ported this game over, they didn't adjust for different keyboard settings, because every time there's a question mark at any point in that the first phase of this fight, it's just going to be a typo, no matter how I type it, no matter what keyboard I use, no matter how I set the keyboard in Windows settings. Question marks just always get treated as if I made a mistake, and you take damage there. Now look, if we didn't get any of them in that section. They had an agreed okay. For the second phase, though, I can type all I want until I get hit, obviously, but... Ah! This is another part where, again, if I were to reset between Chapter 5 and 6, it will actually block me off from getting Chapter 6. You can only get into Chapter 6 when you've beaten Chapter 5. Come on.
And luck. It's like they're inviting me in.
The game actually has, now that I think about it, because I can see right there in the corner it's blinking, press enter key, free play, because it's waiting for player 2 to join in. At least on the Dreamcast, this is a two-player co-op game, just like the arcade version would be. You just plug in a keyboard into slot B, and second player can tag in. And they lost the dinner. And it has a separate voice acting for both characters. So if you were to play single player on player 2, you'd get a whole different set of lines. Unfortunately, for the Windows version, because Windows only really keeps track of one keyboard at a time, there's not really a reason why you'd have two keyboards plugged in. You're only able to play as player 1. But all of the audio data is still on the hard drive for player 2. I think this game and Type 2, they might have had network play, which is obviously offline by now. The servers are long down. So perhaps that's what that was for. Oh, good. Kamchatka Peninsula is not what I expect to see after I grab a tranquilizer to lower the difficulty. But we're gonna finish up the boss 3 fights now by fighting Tower. What rhymes with through? New. See, that's what I'm saying. It tries to trick you. Hey, Montana. There we go. Or just an adjective. Oh, yeah. I don't know English too good. Oh, yeah. Morpheus was one. That's not even it tricking me, that's just me not knowing my mythology. Goodbye. I just that was just the worst quiz I've ever had in this game. this is the top to bottom. Wow, it ate a ton of inputs. It just wouldn't let me type there for a second. There we go. When he throws 4 of them at you, you want to go from top to bottom, definitely. The one that's on the bottom will sometimes not even hit you. I think it's meant to hit like player 2. So you can let that one go. But the other 3 you definitely need to get down pretty quickly. Sloppy run. Foul cam. Oh, that's real pleasant. There we go. And when he's doing this number, you know you're at the end. From here on out, I can take pretty much as long as I want. I can also answer these questions any way I want, so you just want to go for the shortest phrase, which I did not just do. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? 8, 9, 7, 9, 2, 3. What's your favorite zoo animal? And that's time, by the way. The answers you choose here affect what you see in the ending right here. So let's see what we got.
Goldman!
Friends, it is not over yet.
This voice acting is
all you have
top notch.
In time, a successor will come. Farewell, friends.
He just took off into outer space. That was awesome. And that was obviously the silly ending, and I'm not gonna show off because I don't think we'll have time. But the credits are pretty cool because you can type the credits, and if you type all the words for each section, you get a cool little dancing zombie. Which, let me get one of them out. But